two copies. There's the one that needs to fix. There's the correct one with the highlighted there.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
No, it's fine.
You're part of your
Well, one. Technically, it's portrait.
Okay.
It's kind of it's like one of those kind of amateurish.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of those, if it happens, Friday and Saturday, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's really all it is. It's a little bit of fluff.
A lot of demand for seeing that basketball action.
Find out. So we had that, and then we had the, you have the other thing.
Yes, I got that here.
So are you just gonna add those in? Okay. And then,
See you too, Jacob, about that.
yes.
Right
Yeah,
here,
we'll
too.
circle that. Just have to admit minutes.
Are you good with doing it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
The claim. Well, the claim amount.
That's what I mean. It's in minutes. To whatever.
It's quite a bit different in amount from what it should have been.
So, yes, all we're doing is just, we're amending the
Yeah.
claim number for resolution
Yeah.
2024.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. I'm Mayor Chris Martin calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Adrian Grant.
Here.
Chris Martin. Here. Jacob Palmstad.
Here,
All right, we'll start with the approval of minutes for the May 8th, 2024 meeting.
I'm going to make a motion to amend the minutes, specifically in the approval of claims section, the claim number for resolution 2024-104, the FOC agreement, is listed in the minutes as $275,420.08 cents, which is incorrect. The correct total is $16,250. So I just want to make that correction in the minutes.
I'll second that.
All right. Call for question. Chris Martin? Yes. Adrian Grant?
Yes.
Jacob Palmstad?
Yes. Now I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Second that.
Call for question. Jacob Palmstad?
Yes.
Chris Martin? Yes. Adrian Grant?
Yes.
All right, next is the approval of claims for $713,936.92. This includes claims for $71,223.94, payroll $284,795.26, ready grant claims $275,152.30, grant claim TIF Industrial Park $22,202.48, grant claim TIF Downtown, $5,920.66. Grant claim TIF Combined, $8,880.99. TIF Industrial Park claims, $15,884.29. TIF Downtown claims, $24,559.80. And TIF Combined claims for $5,317.20. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second.
Call for question. Adrian Grant?
Yes.
Jacob Palmstad?
Yes.
Chris Martin? Yes. All right. Any public comment? Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for us, please. All right. Seeing none, no old business, on to new business. Noise ordinance approval for Squeal on the Eel Festival. It's going to be on June 15th from 11 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. They are writing to get approval for the last band that will be performing from 9 to 10:30 p.m. And they are asking for a noise ordinance approval because that ends at 10. Saliva is the final band. So I will make a motion to approve the noise ordinance for Squeal on the Eel.
I'll second.
Call for question. Chris Martin? Yes. Adrian Grant?
Yes.
Jacob Palmstad?
Yes.
All right, next for noise ordinance approval is Edva Inc. EDVA Inc. Church event is taking place May 17th through the 19th from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The church event will consist of praising and worship for the 3.5 hours. They're writing the letter to get approval for a noise ordinance at the church for the last performance at 8:30. I'll make a motion to approve the noise ordinance request for EDVA Inc.
Second?
Any further discussion?
Yeah, so this will be the thing at Little Turtle.
Yeah. Yep, and they do have certificate of liability insurance and everything, so they're on it.
Great.
All right. Next up is parking lot use request for North and
Did we
Fifth.
vote on, I think we still need to vote on it.
Oh, did we not vote on that?
Yeah.
Did I have?
No.
You had a motion second, and then
Okay.
I just clarified that.
I forgot I asked
Yep.
you. Yeah. Call for question.
Jacob Palmasuelo,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right. Now we're on to the parking lot use request for North and Fifth.
So someone's wanting to start a restaurant in the building that's right next to the North and Fifth Street parking lot that the city owns. But they are required to have some spaces, so they are wanting to request 3 spaces. They don't need signage or anything, but I need something from the city stating that they can use 3 spaces in that parking lot for their business.
That's a little place on the alley. Is that a little bit?
Yes, the little building on the alley, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the parking lot use request for North and Fifth parking lot.
Second. Right?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasuelo.
Yes.
All right. Thanks,
Do we
Aaron.
want to just add the cart thing right now, too? then?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna make a motion to add to the Board of Works a food cart application. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmasuelo,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a food cart. Ma'am, would you like to come up and tell us what you're working with?
That's very cool.
Okay,
You state your name for us.
my name is Lydia Asensio, and I came up with an idea of a street vending food cart. It's like corn on a cob, but it's on a stick, and it comes prepared with like hot Cheetos or whatever people like, and then corn on a cup. It's like I cut it down and it's on a cup, and then like flavored shaved ice, and it's just walking around down the streets and selling it, not staying like in private properties or anything like that. And I added pictures of the cart and the menu.
That's awesome. Yeah, what was it called? Cornquistas?
Conquiste, which it's like in Spanish, there's a word like conquiste, like try to conquer that person. So I use the word corn and like quiste, which is the corn in the cup.
Yeah, that was clever.
That's neat.
And so what are your typical operating hours going to be?
I would like to, I have 2 kids and they're in school right now. So I would like to do it from Thursdays afternoons from probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon until the sun goes down maybe. And Monday until Sunday. Yeah, so Thursday to Sunday.
Just different parts of town?
Yeah, just walking around until I get tired, I guess, or sell out.
Very good.
I like that.
There's a permit, if she's in a park, she has to get a permit.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the, what is it called?
Conquiste?
Cornquista? I'll make a motion to approve the Cornquista.
Second?
Well, Any further, yeah, any
They'll
further,
be good ones, yeah.
any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Palmasuelo,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
luck.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Contracts and agreements. All right, electrical licenses, we'll start there. Electrical licenses have been turned in, everything is submitted as it should be. So I'll make a motion to approve the electrical licenses as follows: Dave Tyler, doing business as D&S Taylor Electrical; Jordan Devon, doing business as Rawcom Electric; Nicholas Adams, doing business as Krasavage Electric Incorporated; and Randall Thompson, doing business as Randy Thompson. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmesol,
Yes.
All right. Next is the Armory rental agreement for Nerf War.
We need to postpone this or table it because we have to change the date.
So, okay.
So can we put that on the back burner here?
Sure
Yeah,
can.
no problem.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to table the Armory rental agreement.
Second?
Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmesol.
Yes.
All right. Next up is Magna Grip exhaust system installation. Chief Bear?
Afternoon. So this is a contract to install for the Magna Grip exhaust system that we did at Central Fire and at Station 4 in the amount of $101,738. The funding for the project was sourced from a federal grant that we had received, and then I'm paying the additional $5,714.29 out of my station repair line item.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the Magna Grip exhaust system installation.
Second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmesol,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion to add the marketing services agreement for the Leprechauns to the agenda.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmesol,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right. This is an agreement with the Leprechauns to bring them here and to help them assist with hosting this weekend. We will have Lucky the Leprechaun here in Logansport in the next couple of days, along with Felix and myself and Bryce. We'll be going around downtown with Lucky. So I'll make a motion to approve the marketing services agreement for the Leprechauns.
Second?
Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmesol,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right. Chief Bear, you are up with your monthly report for April.
Okay, so for the month of April, we answered a total of 130 alarms. We had 1 structure fire, 7 false alarms, a vehicle fire, 6 trash fires, 90 first responder calls, 1 water, I think it was a search call, 6 service calls, 1 power line call, 3 smoke and odor calls, and then 14 vehicle accidents. We had 0 transports with the ambulance. The fire inspector performed 8 new inspections, 18 re-inspections, and 24 annual inspections. The 1 fire was on April 4th at 912 hours. We were dispatched to 525 East Market for a fire. We arrived on scene, entered the building. It was full of a light haze. Firefighters found a pile of rags that had spontaneously combusted in the downstairs that were being used to stain the wood. There was no damage noted to the building or the structure, no injuries. Basically took the rags, extinguished them, and moved them outside. And then spoke with the owner of the building on kind of the proper way to dispose of them rags so we wouldn't have that. That was it. I've also attached my mileage report for the month, and
I'll make a motion to approve the fire department's monthly report for April.
Second?
Call for question?
Jacob Palmesol,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, thanks,
thank
Chief.
you.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, Mount Hope Cemetery monthly report for April. Bob? Good afternoon.
At the cemetery, we prepared for interments when needed, cleaned the grounds as needed, cleaned offices, chapel, restrooms, garage area. We had trash control, removed funeral flowers when needed, removed wind-damaged trees and limbs, submitted all appropriate claims and paperwork to the clerk's office, assisted families, monument companies, and funeral homes in grave locations, maintained the graves as needed, maintained equipment as needed, and after the winter months, a little bit more maintenance because they said all winter. So we worked a little more on those. Sold 3 graves, had 14 burials, 7 cremations, and 7 traditional burials. Drove a total of 793 miles. Mowed 255 hours. Line trimmed using 17.5 gallons of fuel.
Very good. Busy, busy. I'll make a motion to approve the Mount Hope Cemetery's monthly report for April.
Second.
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
All right, next up is the Police Department's monthly report for April. Chief Yite. Good afternoon.
Let's see, for the month of April, we had 34,392 total mileage, 884 calls for service, 80 arrests, 50 citations, 309 warnings, 295 traffic stops. Criminal Investigations Division investigated 11 cases, 3 are still active, 8 are closed, and evidence purged out 53 items. Cass County Drug Task Force had 5 investigations, 3 arrests, 3 methamphetamine, and 1 involving other criminal activity. Traffic Division had 11 VIN checks, 8 escorts, 16 parking tickets, 36 warnings, 11 green tag vehicles, 1 towed, 5 traffic stops, worked 1 accident, and 1 criminal arrest. Our animal control had 22 calls in the city. 4 were unfounded, 3 dogs taken to the shelter, 1 bite case, 9 city ordinances issued, 1 state citation issued, 4 warnings, and 5 verbal warnings.
Very good. I'll make a motion to approve the monthly report for April for the Police Department.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
All right, next up is flock camera placement plan.
Yeah, I don't have, that's not in the packet. So this is the, in order to get all the flock cameras put up, I had to fill out some paperwork as far as permissions from Street Department, from NDOT, some other agencies. So these are starting to come back, and they just have to be ran through. So once they get permissions from different entities, either city or state, then they'll start installing them. So just depending on where they're putting them, what poles they need to go on. We're working with LMU on 1 pole on the west side of town, so we had to get pole numbers and those type of things. So that's what it's for.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the flock camera placement plan.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, thanks, Chief.
Wait, we have a,
Next.
Conversation.
Sure, sure.
My name's Ron Shoemaker, and about these cameras that we're going to put up, question. I have a buddy that we play golf with, and he is an habitual offender, vehicle offender. And he does own several vehicles. So does that mean that when I use one of his vehicles, if we drive to the golf course or drive out of town, these cameras will alert the police and we will be pulled over?
Doesn't mean you'll be pulled over, but it means that if that vehicle is registered to somebody who has a habitual traffic offense and should not be driving, and it's registered, it will send an alert. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily being pulled over, though.
The vehicle will be pulled over?
Correct.
Okay.
Could be.
And they'll check my license?
Absolutely. Could. Could not, doesn't mean it will.
Okay. How about next year, when I got this Let's Go Brandon sticker on my back of my car, or I had Go for Trump, will it pull me over on my vehicle?
Why would we pull you over for a sticker on your window?
Well, I don't know. I want to know what the law is.
Is there a law against stickers on your window?
No, is there a law against, is it the state law that you can pull a vehicle over?
If I'm behind you, by state law, I can run any plate, doesn't matter.
Okay.
As a police officer, not knowing, I can run your license plate. That license plate comes back to an individual who's a habitual traffic offender,
Yeah.
which means he has broken the law several times in the state of Indiana, has taken away his driver's license.
Okay.
Yes or no?
But is that the law?
And then that means I can pull you
Is
over?
that the state
Yes.
law?
Yes.
So I should contact my representative
To get this
about
law
this.
changed.
Yes.
If you want to change, yes,
Oh,
that's how
okay.
it's good. But it has nothing to do with vote for Brandon or Trump stickers on your car.
Not yet.
Why would it?
That's where we're going. Have you been to China lately?
Sir, I served my
Okay.
country for 8
Thank you very
years.
much.
Thank you, Ron.
It's null and void to me.
All right, next up is the Parks Department's monthly report for April. Jan?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
We got lots going on, but the big thing this week is tomorrow's our ribbon cutting for the Wright Street Bark Park. It's like, hooray, we're finally there. Anyway, that's at 11 o'clock, and praying to God that the weather holds out. And then on Saturday is our actual grand opening event where we're inviting people with their canines to come and have some fun. So we have goodie bags for both events and some treats at least for the ribbon cutting tomorrow. So anyway, so we're excited about that. So the other thing that's happening is we started moving forward with the Dykeman Clubhouse, doing the RFP on helping to determine our contractor for construction. Our goal is to have construction started sometime in the later fall, and so we're trying to get this stuff rolling. So it's a moving. So the Lower Spencer Shelter, the stabilization is complete. We are waiting for still some change orders to replace the fascia, get some painting done, landscaping, electrical work, and then we have removed the gate or the fencing around it so people can do casual use of the picnic tables and having picnics or whatever for small groups or individuals. It is not open for reservations or large groups yet. It's not to that point, so we'll get there. But people can go down and use it. So that's one of the things we wanted to make sure. We are putting in new shelters at Bishop Park, one at Shelter and 3 in Spencer, and we hope within the month that those are all complete. We are also replacing the basketball court at Bishop Park, so that will be removed and a new one will be installed. And that's sometime in the next 3 to 4, 5 weeks for that to happen. So the Mulehausen Playground is done. The splash pad is open. We don't really need it today, do we? But our opening date for the pool is June the 4th. And so that we're moving forward with that. We have held our Earth Day celebration and probably had 250 to 300 people join us for that. It was a good day. And lots of different partners helped us make that happen. We also held Daddy-Daughter Dance last Thursday night and had a great crowd. There's always somebody that doesn't get their reservation in, and so they're not happy with us, but it's like we have to cut it off at some point, and if you haven't made it by that date, that's what we have to do. So unfortunately, that's not looked upon as something really happy. So, and then, yeah, okay, so that's done, okay. And then just FYI, the golf course is like the happening place this year. Our dollar rounds are up by 700 over last year at this time, and our daily rounds are up by almost 1,000 over last year at this time, and our funds are over, have really have gone over that way as well. So very pleased with that too. And our rentals are out the wazoo as well. So people are using our parks, which that's what we're in business for. So we're happy to have people there. So,
And
FYI, then this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night at Little Turtle Waterway is a worship festival, and we want people to know that that's going on, and it's been approved, and everybody's on board with that. So, anyway.
Thank you.
Okay?
It's just the numbers at the golf course are just a testament to the work that Dean and his crew put into that, you
Yeah.
know? And so I think he
People are really excited about the direction we're going. So
Absolutely. He should be very
I
proud.
think that's what's really exciting, so.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jan.
And I can't stay because I got stuff to
Oh, you're good. You're good.
keep on going.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Jan.
I'll make a motion to approve the Parks Department's monthly report for April.
Second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmastone.
Yes.
Okay, next up is Street Department. Street closure request, Memorial Day Parade. What?
Said it's not as bad as it looks.
This is for May 27th. Street to be closed from 9:45 to noon. Time of the event is 9:45 to noon. This is from Broadway to 4th Street, to North Street to 6th Street, to Hannah Street.
Yep, I'm good with that. Yep,
They did the same thing last year, right?
correct, every year, yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the street closure request for the Memorial Day Parade.
Second?
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmastone.
Yes.
All right, next up is street closure requests for Squeal on the Eel.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the Riverside isn't a city street, they can close that off whenever they want. We are closing off like the entrance from 14th Street, the alleys that come down there, so that's why we went ahead and filled it out.
Just the same as it's always been, I'm assuming. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the city street closure request for Squeal on the Eel.
Second.
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmastone,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, here we go, Tony.
Okay, the next two are Dykeman, and they're both to replace water main services.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the applications for curb street cut for Dykeman Excavating for 20th and Jefferson Street, south to Murdoch Street, and Murdoch Street east to 21st Street.
Second?
Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmastone.
Yes.
Oh, are these labeled by project?
Yes.
Nice, okay. Yes, all right. So for project number 2510617, this is for 15 East Colfax Street, 17 Cliff Drive, 510 East Wabash Avenue, 101 Wolf Road, 901 East Main Street H, 616 East Main Street, 233 Cole Street, 17 East Colfax Street, 200 Montgomery Street, 17 Cliff Drive, 510 East Wabash Avenue, 940 Erie Avenue. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmastone,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, next is applications for curb street cut for project number 2510622, 514 South 3rd Street, 419 Russell Street, 505 Russell Street, 117 Montgomery Street, 200 Montgomery Street, 203 East Colfax Street, 522 Riverview Street, 522 East Main Street, 505 East Main Street, 414 East Main Street, 229 East Main Street, 314 East Main Street, 514 South 3rd Street, 419 Russell Street, 505 Russell Street, 117 Montgomery Street, 200 Montgomery Street, 203 East Colfax Street, 522 Riverview Street, 522 East Main Street, 505 East Main Street, 414 East Main Street, 229 East Main Street, 314 East Main Street, 233 Cole Street, 300 Humphrey Street, 231 East Main Street, 419 Russell Street, 117 Montgomery Street, 314 Cole Street, and 300 Humphrey Street. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmastone.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony. That made it really easier, yes. All right. Next up is code enforcement. Randy. Good afternoon.
All right, last week we sent out 20 new trash letters. We had 18 that were cleared. I got 63 properties that are pending right now. We sent out no citations last week. We did no trash container warnings or notices to appear. I didn't tag any vehicles last week. I had one that was moved from the week before. We had 90 more properties that were sent first notices for grass. We had 69 that were cleared from the week before. Got 26 that we sent to the street department.
All right. Make a motion to approve the code enforcement's weekly report.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, request for property cleanup or multiple violation properties. We'll start with 821 West Miami Street. Is there anyone here to represent 828 West Miami Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This is a multiple violation property. This technically is the third time that I've had to deal with it since November. We don't have it on this sheet because it's on a different system right now. So we've already dealt with it once this year in January on the 5th. They cleaned it up. They've got a building permit for everything, but what they do is they leave all this mess, sits for 2 or 3 weeks. Neighbors call and complain. They clean it up, and I got to remind them again. I was out there today, and they pulled a trailer up and started cleaning it up. And it's like the day they know they're supposed to come in to talk to me, and I even let them know that we were bringing it today. And so at this point, we're ready to order the cleanup, which they'll probably do on their own, but there needs to be a fine placed on the property.
Yeah,
Have we fined them at all? I don't see.
No, we had not fined them because they would have been a multiple violation in January, but the one from November was on a different system and we weren't aware of it at the time, that it had that previous one.
I'll make a motion to approve a property cleanup for 821 West Miami Street and apply a $1,000 fine.
Randy, is this one of those things where they could pull a dumpster in there and put that stuff in it?
Yeah, there's plenty of room to put a dumpster there. They pulled their own trailer in to clean it up. But as you can see in the picture, it's got mattresses, it's got other stuff in there, so it's not just building material that they're working on. They just took all their trash and just threw it out there.
Yeah.
And the neighbors get a little frustrated with it when it sets and sets and sets.
As they should.
So you made the motion?
Yep.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmso.
Yes.
All right, next up is a request for property cleanup for 400 Howard Street. Is there anyone here to represent 400 Howard Street? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This property has been brought in several times. We get it cleaned up they actually clean it up, but I have to stay on them to get it done. In 2023, we fined the property twice already. We've already had a violation this year, but because of the system changes, we didn't put it as a multiple violation. So in the past year, we've had 4, if not 5 violations on this property. The property owner is deceased. That's why we've got the tenant on there. We were able to contact that information from the previous violation. Since then, I've had no contact with these people. And we clean it up. I mean, I've even got the pictures from the January violation where we had the property completely cleaned. Looked fantastic. Everything was great. Now we're back.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for property cleanup for 400 Howard Street and apply a $1,000 fine.
Second?
Any further discussion? Call for question.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
Randy, is this in an estate, and so
The owner's deceased and there's nothing saying that the person living there owns the property. Her name's on the utilities, but that's it. It was someone in a family member, but we can't get an answer as to who it actually is.
That's interesting. All right. Board member comments, Adrian?
I'm looking forward to the leprechauns this weekend.
I know.
I'm very excited about it. But other than that, no.
Yeah, it'll be fun. A lot going on. I'm excited to get the dog park open. I think, people, maybe not loud on social media, but I think people are really excited about it. And I'm excited to see people get there with their dogs and start enjoying it and making it a useful, fun gathering space for the city again. It hasn't been for, several years. And so I'm very excited for that step for that neighborhood.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 3:35 p.m.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Have a great day.